Greetings everyone, welcome to the channel. In this Diablo 3 non-seasonal video, we're going to be taking a look at a brand new piece of gear that is hot off the printing press, man. We just made it. And this gear is currently going to be only available on PlayStation consoles. I'm having a little bit of troubles with the Xbox side of things, so until I can get that stuff ironed out, this is gonna only be non-seasonal PlayStation consoles. But don't worry, Xbox players, I see you guys, and I'll work as hard as I can to get that issue fixed, so that way we can continue rolling out the Xbox gear support. So big special shout out to each and every single one of the subscribers to the channel, man, and each and every single member of the Discord community. Without you guys' support, literally none of this would be possible. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and show off this gear, shall we? So the set we're rocking with this piece of gear is going to be the Outcast set. First, this set is just by far probably one of the best sets we've ever made here on the channel. And secondly, it just goes really good with this new piece of gear. And man, I've been on the Amulet kick lately. I don't know what's up with that. But you guys gotta check this Amulet out though, right? So we're just gonna list off the affixes like we normally do. We got 2,000 to 3,000 regular damage, only 100% damage. That might be like, hey man, that's a little low on the damage. Don't worry about it. Trust me, you'll see why it's so low here as you scroll down. This is the PvP amulet, so it's going to be buffing all main stats. You get 8,000 to strength, dexterity, and intelligence, and 5,000 to vitality. You get 50% to life, 150% to critical hit damage, 53,920 life per hit, 100% damage to all Demon Hunter skills. It is augmented, so you're getting 750 dexterity, 70% gold from monsters, 40,000 Thor's damage. It ignores durability loss, so you never have to worry about losing it to the blacksmith. You get increased move speed after killing an elite pack by 30% for 7 seconds. Now this thing is jam-packed full of every single ethereal affix that we can put on in the editor, and it's also got soul shard affixes as well, and regular man, I can't talk. Regular legendary bonuses as well. So let's kind of scroll down slow so you guys can kind of see all of them. Some of these that are on screen right now are from the actual gems that are socketed into this piece of gear right here, this amulet. So let's kind of scroll down right here. The good one that I want to highlight right here, right off the bat, is your movement speed is increased by 50%. Each enemy within 25 yards reduces your movement speed by 10% up to 70%. Now that might seem like a lot of reduced movement speed, but first off, this is the PvP amulet. You're getting a base 25% movement speed increase. And since you're the Demon Hunter, you're not really engaging close quarter combat. You're kind of, hitting them with your crossbows, bows, etc., from farther away. So you're really getting a 75% flat movement speed increases. That's not counting your shadow power. It's not counting your smoke screen or, your vault ability, anything like that. So that's pretty amazing. Second one up, we got killing an elite enemy pulls all enemies within 40 yards to where the elite died. That one is pretty standard. It's really good, especially if you rock the Nemesis bracers in the cube or a follower who is having the Nemesis bracers equipped, because then it always spawns an elite pack. You kill them, and yeah, it gets all the enemies close to you, so that's pretty nice. Slaying enemies engulfs the wielder into a frenzy. That is from the Echoing Fury legendary. I believe it's an axe. Correct me if I'm wrong though. The next good one is on receiving fatal damage, spawn a shadow clone that prevents your death, restores your health to 35%, and grants plus 225 all resist to all party members while it is active. The shadow only lasts 15 seconds. So that's very good. Now the next one, you guys are going to notice, man, isn't that a Sanctified affix? You're probably wondering. Yes, it is. And it's not the only Sanctified affix on this piece of gear. Guys, there is 3 Sanctified affixes on one piece of gear. We finally did it, man. This has all of the Sanctified affixes that are found in Season 27, which is awesome, man. So the first one up is obviously the Strafe one. We'll kind of scroll on down so you guys can see the other ethereal affixes and stuff like that. Pretty much got every single one of them on there. The next one up is Vengeance. Yeah, the Vengeance Sanctified affix, and the one right after that is the Cluster Arrow Sanctified affix. So we got all 3 of them on a single piece of gear, man. I'm just so ecstatic, man. I finally freaking did it. It took me forever, so I'm really happy. Currently, we got this built up for the Demon Hunter. We got one for the Monk, and I believe we got one for the Necromancer, but I should have the rest of the classes built up by next week on Friday. So when this video comes out, probably a week from then, and then you guys will know when they're I'll also post in Discord, man. It's the best way to find out, is a subscription to the channel, and of course, joining the Discord server. So kind of go over the rest of the gear real quick. This pairs up perfectly. I kind of made this. I tried to look at every single ring combination we have to make sure that you can use this with all of the Demon Hunter rings. So no matter what set, I mean, there might be one or two that don't work, but you can always use a different set of rings. They're pretty much the same, man. They're really not any different. So yeah, I tried to make sure that it would work with the two rings, because I know that was a big problem with the previous like version of these amulets that I made. They weren't really you couldn't really use them with the other two rings, and that kind of sucks. So I rectified that issue, and it's absolute fire. So of course we're rocking the Outcast set. For our skill setup, we got in the primary skill tree, we're picking up Hungering Arrow with the rune Devouring Arrow. R2 main damage dealing attack. In the archery skill tree, we're picking up Strafe with the rune Drifting Shadow. Square ability in the devices skill tree, we're picking up Vengeance with the rune Side Cannons. Triangle ability in the defensive skill tree, we're picking up Shadow Power with the rune Shadow Glide. Circle again in that defensive skill tree, we're picking up Smokescreen with the rune Displacement. And finally R1, this one can be subbed out for any of them. I think Cluster or with the rune Cluster Bombs works really well for this build. Passive number 1 is going to be Hot Pursuit. Passive number 2 is going to be Ballistics. Passive number 3 is going to be Ambush. And passive number 4 is going to be Steady Aim. Q power is going to be Liana's Wings, the Nemesis Bracers, and the Stone of Jordan Ring. Quickly going over the final numbers, and we'll wrap this video up with some gameplay. Everything on here is pretty standard. Like, the only thing that's really changed to this build right now is the fact that we have 3 Sanctified affixes. So I'm just going to kind of breeze over this stuff, because you guys have already seen this stuff before, man. There really isn't too much changed. I mean, the hatred cost reduction, discipline cost reduction, and cooldown are pretty much all identical, like to what the previous value was. I mean, we're so close to hitting 100% though, guys. Look at that, man, 99.90%. So we're not rocking a follower with us for this build, because we have the Nemesis Bracers in the cube. But if you want to put, you know, an armor piece that you really like in the cube, you can go ahead and select a follower, man, by all means. I mean, having a follower is pretty awesome anyways, because you get a little bit of increased damage, but you also get having that Nem Bracers permanently equipped. And the Spalders of Zakura too, so your items become indestructible. That's another really good one. So you notice how I kind of paused there for a second? I kind of wanted to make sure there was a big group of monsters in front of me so I could go ahead and cast my R1 ability and then kind of go into strafe mode. But you want to keep casting your X ability while you're strafing. It'll take you out of your strafe for like half a second so it can cast, but that'll just basically increase your movement speed, because every time you hit an enemy with your primary ability with this set, it increases your move speed, which is great while you're strafing. And yeah, you guys are going to notice that there's like a little bit of like crazy rocket action going on. That's both because of the God, man, I can't even think of the name of it, bro. Can't think of the name of it. It's the man, it's the Vengeance build. Yeah, Vengeance with the R1. R1, this is what R1 looks like by itself. It looks kind of janky. I don't really like the way it looks, like the animation of it, because of the Sanctified affix, but I mean, like, it hits pretty far away. Like, you notice those rockets kind of like come out of the character and hunt down the enemies. So that one, like I said, it can't be subbed out. You know, try it with other things too, because you got all 3 of the Sanctified affixes on here, so you're going to be like a literal powerhouse. And I've hit some sub-minute rifts during the testing before this video, so it is possible, but that's pretty much possible with the, like, the Outcast or the Antique set. You know, both of these sets are like absolute fire. I don't even like to mean to toot my own horn or anything like that, but they're just like really good sets with mods in general. Like, your speed's gonna be there, your damage output's gonna be there, you know. So yeah, but that's gonna be it for this video though, man. If y'all enjoyed, definitely let me know by dropping a like, or if you're new here and you do end up liking the content style of these videos and you want to see more just like it, then maybe even consider hitting that subscribe button, as it really helps us out. And we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. So with that, man, again, thank you all for watching. I really hope to catch you all in a future video coming out soon. Stay safe, stay happy, and last but not least, stay gaming. Lion Gaming Crew, signing out.